Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadine Grace. I want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. So in this video, I want to talk about the chosen ones. And as I've explained in previous videos, that I believe the chosen ones have chosen themselves to just to be available for humanity, to serve humanity in a massive way. We're going through some tough times now, and I believe the chosen ones have chosen themselves for a time like now to step into their powers and to lead and to serve. So this video is all about the chosen ones, and just the biggest, this right now, what we're going through is the biggest test ever. We're going through, the chosen ones are going through a tough time right now, a tough time with their egos. We're going through an ego death, a dark night of the soul. And it's, if you're feeling overwhelmed, and if you're feeling, like 1 minute you are like, I just can't deal anymore, just understand that what we're experiencing right now is we're meant to experience it in order for us to go to the next level of our lives. In order for us to really step into our calling, it's important for us to let go of what's no longer serving us. And the ego is no longer serving us. So we're experiencing an ego death. And an ego death can be very traumatic. It can be very frightening. It is very scary because, that's all we know, right? The entire world identify with their egos until they wake up, and then they go through that ego death where they're no longer identifying with the ego. So if you're experiencing an ego death right now, where you feel you feel like really alone, you feel lonely, you feel like no one understands you, you're realizing that the world that you've been living in, the world that you thought was real, you're realizing that it's one big lie, it's an illusion. And you're realizing that you're one with everyone and with everything, the law of divine oneness, we're all one. And if you're realizing that you are a chosen one, that you have a massive purpose, a massive calling, then that can send you down a road of, it can really just throw you off and make you feel just really just disturbed. The ego death is really something that can be traumatizing. I believe that I am currently going through an ego death, but I have tools in place that is helping me to have a better transition, a smooth transition, because it's important for us to shed what's no longer serving us. All these years we've been identifying with the ego, and we've been thinking that we are the ego, right? All these years we've been identifying with our labels, with our names, with our money, with our houses, with just external things. And we've been identifying with that and thinking that we are the ego. All these years we've been doing that. So when we're finally waking up and we're finally, transitioning, or I guess cleaning off the mud and cleaning off the muck so our true self can shine, when that's happening, it can be traumatizing because we don't know anything else. We're still holding on to that part of us that is no longer serving us. And when we're losing that, it can be very difficult because we're stepping into the unknown. We're stepping into a side of our part of ourselves that we really haven't spent much time to explore, right? I know I didn't spend much time prior to my awakening. I didn't spend much time cultivating that oneness with my inner being. I was totally externalizing my attention, and I was totally relating to my ego, relating to my name, relating to my labels, and relating to external things. So when that part of us is melting away, and it's melting away for our true light to shine, it's melting away for our true divine light to come out, that can be some scary it's scary. It really is, because we're trying to hold on to what's no longer serving us. And it's important for us to be alone too. So I really believe that one of the biggest reasons for us, for loneliness, for us facing so much loneliness, is because we're meant to be alone. We're meant to cultivate that relationship with our inner being, because our inner being, our higher selves, are always talking to us, giving us directions. Just have it. There's always that inner voice, always within us, talking to us. But because we are so attached to our egos, our ego voices are so loud, our egotistical self is just so pronounced, it's very difficult for us to hear our higher selves. So as I was saying, that it's important for us to be alone. I know that a lot of us are experiencing just being, I wouldn't say loneliness, because I used to feel lonely, but I'm no longer lonely. I love my own company. I just love being by myself. So understand that loneliness that you're feeling is a good thing. It really is, because it allows you to develop that relationship with your inner being, to cultivate that love, to cultivate that relationship, to realize that there's no separation, and to feel that oneness. Because the role that we're in right now is a massive, we have a massive calling on our lives. We have massive roles to play. And in order for us to answer to that calling, and to really get in tune with what we're supposed to do, it's important for us to hear our inner voice. It's important for us to follow the directions, follow the commands, follow what we're being told, because we're given directions. My sound is really loud. We're given directions on what we should be doing on a moment-to-moment basis. Another important thing too is, I believe that one of the biggest reasons for the loneliness is for us to also get in tune with our purpose, is to tap into the purpose, into our purpose. We all have a purpose. It's chosen ones. We all have a purpose. We came here for a freaking big reason. And our spirit guides, our angels, our higher selves are always communicating what our purpose is to us. But as I said before, if we're not really in tune or not really listening, then we're not going to hear it. So it's important for us to be alone, so we can silence our minds, and we can hear that inner voice, and we can hear what our inner voice is trying to communicate to us. Because it's important for us to step fully into our purpose, because we have a big role ahead of us. So use the time that you're alone to really quiet your mind and listen. And so let me give you an example. About a year ago, I was about to do something that I wasn't supposed to do. I was literally about to go into the real estate market. And I know darn well that I shouldn't have been going down that road. And as I was about to fall asleep, I had a meeting earlier that day with someone who was introducing her course to me, and I was about to buy her course. But after the meeting ended, I said to my higher self, if this course is for me, let me buy it. But if it's not, please do not let me buy it. During the meeting, while I was having the meeting with this particular person, right next to her name says scam Suzanne, scam, and then it said the name. And I kind of did a double take. I'm like, huh? What? And I looked again, and it went away. And I didn't really think anything of it. I was thinking to myself, maybe, I was seeing things, whatever. I didn't even pay much attention to it. After the meeting ended, I asked God, please let me know if this course is for me. If it's not for me, then do not let me buy this course. And this course was a hefty price as well. And as I was drifting off to bed that night, a voice came in my head that said, scam Suzanne. I kid you not. The voice was so pronounced. And I jumped up. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know how you're drifting off the bed? You're entering into that theta state where you are, where your subconscious mind is you can hear your subconscious mind loud and clear, because your conscious mind is now, it's no longer active because you're drifting off to sleep. You're going into that theta state, and that's where most of my downloads come in. That's where I hear my inner being most of the time. And it said scam Suzanne, and I'm like, whoa. And I know darn well that this lady is not a scam. But but what my inner voice was trying to tell me is that, no, you're going down the wrong road. This course is not meant for you. This is not the direction that you're supposed to be going. This is not your path. And I didn't buy it, because I always try to listen to my inner voice. Most of the time in the past, I just would ignore it, because I couldn't understand. I didn't know when my inner voice was talking to me, but now I do. And as soon as in that same week, I got connected with a bunch of, I got connected with a course right now that is literally changing my life. I got connected with my soul family, who are now really literally changing my life. So it's important to listen. It's important to quiet your voice so you can hear your inner being, directing you and guiding you, because we're guided. We're never alone. We are so protected. We have an army of spiritual guides just directing our steps every single step of the way, because we're here on a massive mission. We're here, we have a big purpose. And that big purpose basically boils down to us stepping into purpose and fulfilling our mission. So it's important to quiet your mind, honor your alone time. Really honor your alone time. It's a gift right now. It really is. It's a gift, and it's a pleasure to be alone. I love spending time by myself. Which is a little difficult because I have a 6-year-old, but I try to spend as much time as I can by myself so I can tune in. So honor your alone time so you can hear the directions. You can hear that feed. You can hear that inner still voice. You can hear the directions. You can hear the instructions. You can tap into your creativity, and you can tap into your skill set, your purpose, because it's important for us to right now to step in purpose. And also, this just came in as I was talking to you. Be mindful of what you're putting in your mouth. Be mindful of what you're eating, because that can mess with your ability to connect to your inner being. Food is vibration, and everything that you put in your mouth is setting the tone for your internal environment. Is setting the tone for how you feel. Remember, feeling is the secret. What you're feeling is what you're going to be attracting. Feeling is the secret. The way you're feeling is a huge determination of what you're attracting into your life. So the food that we're eating, that we put in our mouth, is a huge factor in how we're going to feel and what we're going to attract. So, just be mindful of what you're eating, and be mindful of the information that you're putting into your system as well, as far as the news. I'm always talking about the news because I know exactly what they're doing. It's the media is strategically put there to dumb us down, to lower our vibration, to keep us in a state of fear, and to always think that someone is or something is doing something to us, and to have us externalize our attention. Remember, our attention is the biggest valuable asset. Our attention, I'm telling you, our attention is the most valuable currency that we can ever have. Our attention and focus is the most valuable currency that we'll ever have. So it's important to only let in information into your mind that is going to elevate you and expand your consciousness. So understand that the darkness that you are experiencing right now is it's actually a good thing. I know that it sounds like, oh, how can you say this is a good thing? I am lonely. My thoughts are going nuts. I don't have any friends. And, I feel like I don't have anyone to talk to. But once you get over to the other side, I have one foot in and one foot. I have one foot in the other side and one foot in the dark night, because I feel like I have more lessons to learn. I feel like I have more healing to do before I can fully step into who I was created to be. But as I was saying, once you acknowledge, and once you come to terms that you are a chosen one, once you come to terms that you are here for something bigger than yourself, once you come to terms that your dark night of the soul is meant to elevate you, then once you come to acceptance and you accept that, then you will get to the point where you'll be in a state of allowance, where you are allowing your thoughts to come without judging them. You're allowing yourself to go through the experience without judging the experience. And you're allowing yourself to just to be rid of the ego, because the ego is what's keeping the most of us back, because we're too attached to it. So honor your space, honor your alone time, honor your thoughts, honor the dark night of the soul that you're in, because it is meant to stretch you and mold you and polish you into the spiritual being that you were created to be, into that powerful being that you were created to be, because we have a big purpose on our life. You have a big purpose. If you're a chosen one, if you listen to this video and if it's resonating, you're a chosen one and you have a huge purpose. And I'm sure that you can feel it. You can feel that calling on your heart. You can feel it. You know that you're here for something so big, and you're excited, but you're scary at the same time. You're scared at the same time. So honor your alone time. Use it to really grow. Watch your mind. Watch your thoughts. I can't say that enough. Watch your thoughts. Make sure that you are monitoring your thoughts, because your thoughts is where the manifestations come from. So take care of your internal environment. Allow yourself to go through that ego death. Eat healthy. Get lots of sunlight. Be in nature as often as possible. I need to take that advice as well and go out in nature more often. I usually go out in the morning, early morning, before when the sun is just coming out, to get to do sun gazing. Sun gazing is really sun gazing is very good. Just staring at the sun and asking the sun to remove everything that is not serving you. But only do it when the sun is just coming out, when it's not too hot. And stare at the sun for like 30 minutes. And I guarantee you, if you do that every day, slowly, not even slowly, you feel the effect right away. As soon as you do that 30 minutes, you just sit and stare in it and asking the sun. The sun is alive, so you can communicate with the sun. Ask the sun to remove everything from you that is not serving you. For me, I believe I still have a lot of beliefs that are not serving me. So I ask the sun to remove those beliefs that are not serving me and rejuvenate me with high vibrational energy and thoughts and feelings. So sun gazing is one thing that you can help to lift your spirits and put you in a better mood. But I just wanted to make this video because I believe that I'm also experiencing the dark night of the soul. But I do things to alleviate that negative dark feeling. Like I do sun gazing, like I just mentioned. I do a lot of spiritual bath as well, where you put some Epsom salt in hot water, and because the salt pulls out your toxins out of your body. And you just speak to the water, because water is alive. Water is very much alive. You speak to the water. You ask the water to remove everything that you believe is holding you back. And you sit in it for at least 30 minutes. And I guarantee you, when you get out, you feel so much more lighter. So I do things to alleviate the dark, negative, dim feeling. And I try my very best as well to quiet my mind to really go within and connect with my inner being so I can hear the instructions, so I can hear everything that is being told that I'm instructed to do, because we're getting instructions because we're here on a big mission. So we're consistently getting instructions. But if we're not tuned in and tapped in, and if we're not quiet in our minds and eating healthy and doing all the things we need to keep our vibration high, then we're not going to hear the voice. We can only hear our inner voice when we are vibrating high, when we are at a high vibration, when our consciousness is rising. That's the only way we can hear our that is the only way we can hear our inner voice. So it's important to really, you know, take care of yourself. The dark night of the soul is meant to bring us. Jordan, close the door, it's too bright. Close the door.
Okay.
The dark night of the soul is meant to help us. It is meant to clean us up, to polish us up, to refine us into that powerful creator, and you know, just to refine us into who we were created to be. Like I said, we're here on a big mission, and it's exciting. It's one of the most exciting. I'm actually very excited to see what my next chapter is, because you know, I have been on this journey now for a while. It's taken me, I've been on this journey now for a while, and you know, I'm very tuned into what's going on around me. I know that, you know, everything that I want to experience already, everything that I want to experience starts right here, and I know that everything is going to be okay. Alrighty, my son is so loud, so I'm going to end this video, but I hope this video was helpful. I hope I was able to bring some value to you, and just realize that your feeling is a secret. Your feeling is a secret. So try to feel as good as you can by doing some of the things that I mentioned, like sun gazing, spiritual bath, eating healthy, and quieting your mind and going within. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.